Hello and welcome to this ClaimSoft tutorial on the events and the calendar screens. These screens pertain to the attorney login. When an attorney logs in, they can see the various cases and the stages associated with them. To click on a particular date, you can go to the calendar and click on the actual date to maximize the view for a particular date. So if the month view of the calendar is congested because of too many events, you get a much better view by clicking on the actual date. In this example, I've clicked on statute deposition date, and this takes you to the timeline, and you can see there's a deposition date on October 8th. I can go ahead and click on this deposition, and you see the EOBs associated with this case, and you see any previous notes that have been entered. You see that there's a document called chiropractor that's been uploaded, waiting on more paperwork. I can attach additional documents. I can click update. So you'll notice that both documents are available. They're available for download. They're available for printing, or you may delete them if they're not necessary. And you also see a note saying the note was updated successfully. So when I go back to my calendar and I click on test deposition date, you see that my updated note is on the screen. When I also click on timeline and I click on deposition date for October 8th, I see the same note. So you're really working off the same screen. Timeline is a more detailed view of the calendar. The calendar makes it convenient for the attorney to be able to work on cases on a daily basis. And the timeline is like your to-do list. So if you come into work on October 8th, you can choose October 8th and find out what needs to be done. So I'm going to show you what timeline completed is. So now I'm going to show you how the software behaves if there's no note. So I've clicked on the exact same stage on October 8th, the test case, where I had uploaded 2 notes in this tutorial. And if you look now, when there are no notes, it does not display. However, when I click on the gray highlight, you see that the 2 files that were uploaded now display. So it is important, if there is an attorney stage, it is important to click on the notes section and to click on the gray highlight, which is the second line, to check to see if there's documentation attached to the note. So assuming that it's completed, I can update my notes saying I've completed the stage, and I have to click on completed. So when I click on completed and update this, it no longer shows up on the calendar. If you look on October 8th, the deposition date is now missing. I'll even click on the date. It's gone from the calendar, and it shows up in the completed timeline event. So if I choose deposition or test case, you see that this is completed, and if I want to access this document, again, I have to click on the second line here. You click on the note, and you'll see the documentation for your reference if you need it. And you can even uncomplete it, and it will again show up on the calendar. That concludes this tutorial of the calendar and the events screens.